Yeah. Who's the top wide receiver in the 2024 draft class? We're breaking down our top 10 right now. Welcome back to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another podcast for that ass.
Before we get the show started, do your boys a favor, hit that freaking like button, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you want to keep up with what the Chiefs are doing this offseason.
You're listening to All Chiefed Up.
The Combine is wrapped up and we've settled on our initial top 10 wide receiver rankings. Granted, after pro days and the draft process playing itself out, we do look for these to change ever so slightly. But without further ado, here's our top 10.
Rolling in at number 10 is Elic Ayomanor from Stanford. He's a bit of a project because he's still early in his development, but the Canadian-born wide receiver packs pro traits and size at 6 foot 2 inches, 206 pounds. Ayomanor has good build-up speed to work vertically and the strength to handle possession targets from the slot, but his ball tracking and catch technique need a major upgrade. However, Ayomanor is known for his great work ethic and upside. A patient team could develop the receiver into a potential starter within 2 to 3 years. He's great at selling route fakes, is able to stem routes abruptly to beat leverage, and is known to make an acrobatic catch from time to time for touchdowns, making him a nice red zone threat. He also has the physical tools to become a plus run blocker. Although Ayomanor isn't going to turn many heads, it's possible that a team could take him late in day 2 off of pure potential and willingness to be coached up.
Number 9 is a name that too many people aren't familiar with unless you're a Pac-12 guy. But do not be fooled, this kid can ball out. We're talking about Kyle Williams from the Washington State Cougars. In 2024, Williams had 70 catches for 1,200 yards, averaging 17.1 yards per catch with 14 touchdowns. If you want big playability, this kid can bring it. He tracks the deep balls as well as anyone, and his body control is top tier. Williams transferred in from UNLV, and he was productive there as well. So no matter which game or which season you look at, Williams produces big play after big play. Game in and game out, he tracked the ball in tight traffic and made big catches. He finished 2024 with an 82 receiving grade per PFF and scored a whopping 89.7 versus man coverage. Williams also tied for 10th in all the NCAA with 14 deep catches, all while only having 5 drops on the year. Our comp for Kyle Williams is Darnell Mooney, and after running a 4.4 40 at the NFL Combine this past weekend, not only does his style mimic Mooney, but his speed and quickness are also on par as well. We have Williams projected as a probable day 2 or early day 3 pick.
At number 8, we have Iowa State's Jaylin Noel. This Kansas City, Missouri native is a 5'10", 194-pound slot receiver that's exciting to watch with his consistent play speed and big playability. He leaves a little to be desired in his route running, but seems coachable and has a nice skill set to work with. He has great short area burst, a play speed that makes him hard to keep up with, and has quality run after catch talent to help keep the chains moving. His footwork has been called pure artistry at the line, where he can dead leg corners into cement shoes with his release package. One NFL scout actually said that Noel was, quote, a deadly weapon. Noel has great return talent, and once again, that could carry more sway with teams given the league's new kickoff rules in 2024. Noel's upside and kick return value could make him a day 2 pick with the potential to develop into a starter in the league. A generous pro comp would be Antonio Brown with an Elijah Moore floor.
If you want more in-depth analysis on any of these players we've covered, or maybe players that we haven't covered, be sure to tune into our live streams as we dive in even deeper between now and the draft. At number 7, we have wide receiver Jalen Royals from Utah State. Royals only played 7 games in 2024 for Utah State after suffering a foot injury, so first and foremost, the medicals must check out there. However, if and when they do, this kid will become a hot commodity. In those 7 games, Royals had 55 catches for 834 yards and 6 touchdowns. He had 15 touchdowns in 2023. Getting to pay dirt is something Royals can absolutely do. If you want a wide receiver that has a big frame, can break tackles, and house it from anywhere on the turf, this is your guy. His ability to weave through traffic and make nice catches is second to none. He has the ability to work the screen game to perfection. Royals is an aware, savvy, smart football player, and you can see his talent jump off the screen. This is another guy that just begs for a day 2 selection, but with the layout could slip into the 3rd round. But if that happens, you're getting an amazing football talent with Royals. The comp for Jalen Royals is a wild one, but we see a lot of Jamar Chase in his body style, his after-the-catch ability, and his overall football savvy. The chances he is Chase? Slim to none, but this is what makes evaluation fun. Would love to see the Chiefs add to their wide receiver room at some point in this draft. And could we really go wrong taking a Royals in Kansas City?
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, you. Yeah, you. At number 6, we have probably your favorite player, Luther Burden III. He's a former 5-star recruit who offers 5-star athleticism and playmaking ability. While watching his Mizzou tape, it's easy to see that he's a natural on the field with above average speed and exciting ball skills to win at a high rate. He didn't blow anyone away with his speed at the combine, but he still ran a 4.41 40-yard dash and managed to finish 3rd in production and 3rd overall in wide receivers. On tape, Burden has the acceleration to bypass defenders and the top-end speed to stay ahead. He's above average at eluding route redirection to maintain vertical momentum, and his pass-catching ability is second to none in this draft class. He has the body control and the ball skills to make difficult catches look easy. He plucks throws cleanly and away from his frame, and also operates with sudden, well-timed hands. Burden is a yak machine with an elite skill set that produces dynamite results. Boom goes the dynamite. Burden has fallen a bit in the rankings according to draft experts, but still has more big play potential than any other receiver in this class. Burden checks all of the boxes that normally foreshadow an impressive NFL career. An NFC scout claimed that he's a mashup of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jerry Jeudy, and NFL.com comps him to Garrett Wilson. But I'm going to kick it back a little old school and say he reminds me of a young T.Y. Hilton or Randall Cobb. If Burden does fall out of the first round, a team is going to get an absolute steal in the second and get a receiver with as much upside as even the top receivers in this draft.
At number 5, we have Iowa State's Jayden Higgins. Midwestern football watchers will know the name Jayden Higgins. What a big-time, reliable target for Iowa State in 2024. The 6'3", 217-pound wideout posted a 90.3 overall grade per PFF and a 90.3 receiving grade per PFF. He finished 2024 with 92 receptions for 1,241 yards and 9 touchdowns. He single-handedly moved the chains for the Cyclones 66 times. He was one of the most explosive wide receivers in college football, having 39 explosive catches, which is a 15-plus yard reception. You would think a guy this big wouldn't have elite foot quickness, but that's not the case here with Higgins. He is an outside wide receiver that can win with footwork and his release package. As a big X-type wide receiver, he can run the whole route tree, and his hips are pretty smooth to sell routes and get in and out of breaks. He's not only an X, he can play all over the field. He's quick to get rid of defenders' hands, and he keeps himself clean in the route. His yak ability may be the limitation here, but if you need a chain mover and a guy you can rely on to just be a good pro, then this is your guy. Higgins has an elite 10-yard split and an elite vertical jump, and this makes him comparable to Allen Robinson, but actually a bit faster straight line speed.
If you're still here with us, do your boys a favor and hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. Also, get down in the comments and let us know who you think we're going to have in our top 3. And at number 4, go ahead and get horned up because this is one you're going to like too. It's Matthew Golden from Texas. Matthew Golden lit up the combine with his 4.29 40-yard dash and finished the 5th overall wide receiver with a score of 82. The most important takeaway I had from watching Golden's college tape is that he's always lived up to the big moments in the big games. He's got that clutch gene mixed in with a lot of athletic gifts. As mentioned, Golden has some speed. That allows him to work past corners on vertical routes and can also sink, slow, and open quickly from a hard vertical push. That mixed with his steadily improving route running and great tempo is going to make Golden a handful for almost any DB to defend. To take it a step further, he displays tremendous body control and focus for highlight reel adjustments and grabs. He's a willing participant in traffic and takes command of contested catches with good physicality and strength. Golden can work all 3 levels of the field with similar consistency and productivity and has the ability to play all 3 receiver spots. Another bonus in Golden's game is his big play kick return ability, which some lucky team will take advantage of this season with the ever-changing kickoff rules. My pro comp is Scary Terry McLaren. All in all, he's primed to develop into a wide receiver 1 in the future, and that's why we have him at number 4 in this year's class.
At number 3, we have Tet McMillan from Arizona. If you want a dominant X wide receiver, then this is your guy. Tet McMillan is a consistent top 3 wide receiver on almost every draft board. At 6'5", 210 pounds, this guy is a beast. With massive size and production over the past 2 years in Arizona, Tet is looking to be a round 1 pick. McMillan has caught 26 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons. With big, strong 10-inch hands, he literally catches just about everything thrown his way. With this size and his leaping ability, he's open even when he's covered. He has long, effortless strides that just eat the turf. He can produce insane build-up speed to blow by safeties. If you want a chain mover, McMillan can do this as well, as he's moved the chains 118 times in 2 seasons. A quarterback can trust this guy any point on the field, no matter the coverage or the defender, and that is special. You'd think a guy at this size wouldn't offer much in the yak game with elusiveness, but you'd be wrong about that. In 2024, McMillan forced 29 missed tackles, which tied him for 3rd in the entire NCAA. He can work the X or the slot with ease. McMillan is just a heck of a football player that has round 1 talent written all over him. If you're not drafting top 25, you got no shot at grabbing this guy. We comp him to a baby Randy Moss. Now don't get it twisted, it's not likely he turns into Randy Moss, but the play style and ability is there. This kid will be fun to watch in the right situations.
Enough about Teddy McMillan. We're going to talk about number 2, Emeka Egbuka. We have the 6'1", 202-pound Ohio State wide receiver at number 2. While only ranking 24th in athleticism at the Combine, he finished number 4 in production and 6th overall with a total score of 82. Teams were highly impressed with Egbuka in the interview process and think that the kid has a lot of upside. He's a fluid athlete with good size and he possesses great ball skills. He'll primarily work from the slot. While he won't jump off the screen as explosive, he'll still be valuable as a downfield threat with his 4.3 speed and his ability to track the ball. With a baseball background, he has laser-focused ball tracking ability and can make sudden adjustments to bring throws in safely. Egbuka has a good feel for manipulating the coverage in space and is a savvy route runner with good timing and tempo. He's not exactly elusive, but he can definitely squeeze out some extra yardage after a catch and packs a heavy-duty stiff arm that can drop a tackler. His field awareness and ability to double tap near the boundaries is among the best in this year's class. Most will compare him to another OSU wide receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, but I find that lazy and actually see a bit of CeeDee Lamb in this kid's game. Look for him to make an immediate impact on an NFL team this coming season.
And last but not least, we have Travis Hunter, wide receiver / cornerback from Colorado. If you want a football player, Travis Hunter is your guy. He's Bill Belichick's wet dream. He can play lockdown corner and also give you a dominant playmaking wide receiver. At 6 foot, 188 pounds, Hunter does have some room to beef up his body if he were to be a full-time wideout, and personally, we think he should. The fact that this kid can play double the snaps as every other player on the field every single week and be that dominant at both positions is a testament to his true abilities. He posted an 88.4 receiving grade per PFF with 92 catches for 1,152 yards and 14 touchdowns in 2024. He uses his big frame and ball hawk skills to snatch passes from the air. Since he plays corner and knows the subtleties of the position, he uses that knowledge to dominate corners and use angles to always be in control over the passes in the air. You will almost never run across a prospect with this kind of ball skills. For this reason, we think he should commit to wide receiver full-time and contribute to an offense. The way he runs routes and works after the catch, we see shades again of CeeDee Lamb. After watching all the receivers, Travis Hunter just has that it factor and skill that may just be generational.
And there you have it, folks. Get in the comments and let us know what you think about our wide receiver list. Also, if you like this kind of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stick around longer. We're going to come out with different positions soon, probably running backs next, so get on board. Hit that like button right now if you enjoyed the content and share this video with a friend. We'll see you next time. Go Chiefs.